Hello ladies and gents, on to day 47 I think of the vlog, and some news to share. I did my first sparring, proper sparring with a gum shield, mouth guard this morning, and got a few knocks on the head. I got my first punch to the nose, which I hadn't had since I was about 10 years old at school. But it was good. Sparring really teaches you how to navigate. You have to kind of control yourself as well. You don't want to go too crazy. Just let these people in. There we go. And oh, it's warm today. Wow. Woo! That sun's come out this morning. It wasn't this hot this morning when I was cycling. And yeah, it was a good session. Good boxing session. First, there you go. That might be a thumbnail. I don't know. We'll see. First sparring session. Boxing's going well. My diet is on point at the moment. Could probably cut a few carbs here and there, but things are going well. Business is going well. Yeah, things are onwards and upwards. So I think the only disappointment right now is I don't think I'm going to get the opportunity to go back to the UK. We will see if I can get a trip back, but you know, the business is in its infancy. I've been doing this for just over a year now, so it takes time to build a business. You've got to have that nice balance, but I think to travel so much in your first year, unless you're traveling as part of a business, it's quite challenging. So I could maybe find 2 weeks somewhere, but I'd still have to work here and there. I could get a tan in this. My pasty white skin is gonna tan. It's a beautiful day in Shanghai. So I'm off to the gym right now just to get a little afternoon session in. I've got a new gym partner, a guy called Lee, a very nice guy, who I just got chatting to in the gym. This is why, you know, sometimes I go in the gym and I just want to be left alone and train, but sometimes it's good to just chat to people and see whether a friendship might be there, potential gym partner. Yeah, I've got a guy that's pretty consistent. The best gym partners I find are the people that are not actually working, right? The ones that are very flexible with their times. The ones that have businesses and are working are some of the worst. Because usually they're not as consistent. So I'm pretty consistent with the gym. You know, I had that nice balance, but yeah, he's my gym partner's not working at the moment, so it's a good one. You can just say, hey, I'm gym today, and he's in there. Yeah, good news is I've signed a school recently, which is a bit of breathing space. I've signed a independent school to help them grow their digital channels here in China. Set up their WeChat, their Weixin Gongzhong Hao, and their navigating the bikes, their websites. I'm building their website here in China. But yeah, yesterday was a good day. I got 2 podcasts done, and the first one is with a guy called Dimitri. He does all those advertising in the lifts, in the elevators. So when you go into an elevator or lift, and you see on the doors like that projector that's projecting the advertising. He does all that all over the world. So really interesting guy, and we talked about that and entrepreneurship, and very much behind the podcast. Like, he was really wanted to spend the time before the podcast. Although I've learned something now with him and the other guy. I had a guy called Josh Gardner, who's quite a big talking head here in China, who seems to be a bit of a predictor when it comes to what's going to happen in China. But my videographer and I have decided that we're going to record as soon as the guest sits down, because we find sometimes we'll have a bit of a chat beforehand and there's juicy bits in there. So we're going to start doing that. At the moment, we're kind of sitting down, having the chat, then hitting record. And actually, it's probably better to just free flow and see what you got. We're also moving the podcast more towards storytelling as well, because we're finding that's what works, and it's what we're more interested in. Like, I don't want it to be so interviewee, and maybe some of my podcasts have been a bit like question, answer. But the interesting thing about the Josh episode that I filmed yesterday, Josh Gardner, which will go up this Sunday, I'm going to post it this Sunday, I think I spoke 4 or 5 times, which is nothing. Like, usually I'll be speaking, I don't know, 20, 30 times. So he just went off, and that's good sometimes. Sometimes you want, I see some of the podcasts I watch, some episodes with guests, they'll reel off and let them speak. I watched Diary of a CEO a few days ago, and there Jimmy Carr, the comedian, on there, and he just went off, and that's sometimes good, sometimes bad, so we'll see. So the plan, work on that podcast this week, get it up on Sunday. Be 30 episodes now, 30 episodes of that podcast. I've stayed really consistent. I just need more people to watch it. So I've hit the subscribers, same with this podcast, vlog. I've got the right amount of people. I could always have more subscribers, but it's all about that watch time. So that's the plan. Build these channels, build the business, keep at it, and then retire when I'm 40. Hopefully. Yeah, I'm just going to keep at it. I'm really enjoying filming. I filmed 2 yesterday. Could I have done a 3rd, potentially? I'm still trying to work out what works, but yeah, the plan is to just keep growing these channels, keep producing content, throw shit at a wall until something sticks. And that's what it is, you know, when you see any content creator, it's all about just push. That's the plan. The plan now is train a bit of back, my gym partner, and then this afternoon I've really got to put in some hours of work. Need to get some calls lined up with some clients. I'm losing an intern this Friday. The intern that I've talked about on this podcast many times, who I've had ups and downs with. Thing is with these interns is they're too young. They're far too young. So I mean, my intern, I got another intern yesterday. This is an interesting one. Intern stories, which I'm sure you guys love to hear, is this intern that I had yesterday. He broke his Apple laptop. By the way, if you've got an Apple laptop, you've still got money, because those things cost at least 10,000 RMB, like £1,000. I don't even have an Apple, an iMac or whatever it is. So he breaks his screen, and then he says, "I can't work." So okay, what about, you got a phone? Yeah, I can work off my phone. Okay. Well, the first thing he said was, "What do I do?" I was like, well, we're in China. Right? There's loads of those repair shops. They'll probably repair it for less than 200 RMB, less than $200. Less than $20. £20, I'd say. But he's like, okay. Well, can you pay for that? It's like, it's a bit inappropriate to, you know. There's ways to go about it. You can say like, hey, by the way, can I ask, does the company cover it? He was just like, can you pay for it? And I was like, but I've not had, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I've not had that one intern yet that was absolutely outstanding. I've been they've got the job done. And I know maybe interns are not supposed to be outstanding, but so far, without wanting to be critical, they've not worked as hard as how I worked when I was doing internships, when I'm in my early 20s, you know. So do you think it's appropriate for an intern to ask a very small company, which I am at the moment, to pay for his screen to be fixed? Huh? 4了 哦，我要 F， 我错了，老外很笨，对不对？没有，很好。 Or I said, oh, I like this guy. I said, foreigners were silly. And he's like, no, you're not silly. Click the wrong floor. Ooh. So, got carried away with my story. Maybe this might be an intern. This might be a thumbnail. Just like... It might be this. Or my little... I might punch the punching bag. So, yeah, it was interesting. But yeah, it's frustrating sometimes working with interns because you give them a task and you say, right, can you get this done by tomorrow? Yeah, no problem. A week goes by. Oh, I've been busy. I really hate that when they use that word. I've been busy. A lot of them are too, like, it sounds a bit silly, but they're too honest. They'll be like, I've had an interview this afternoon. It's like, I don't want to know if you've got an interview. I just want to know if you've done the work, you know. So, I don't know, I feel like the whole internship landscape has changed. It's, I'm still waiting to find that hidden gem. And I'm a good boss. I give lots of training, lots of encouragement. I'm never criticizing them and all this kind of stuff. So, I've arrived at the Jimmy Jim. Let's get this thumbnail, shall we? Try and get this thumbnail. 你好，我给你们免费的广告. Right, that might be a good one. 不做直播，如果我做直播，你会看吗？ Yeah, 没有时间，你们说有没有时间？ So they just asked me, do I do live stream? I was like, no. If I did it, would you watch it? No, I don't have time. I was like, well, what's the point? That's why I don't do live stream. That's a good thumbnail. That is a good thumbnail. 很好看的封面. Right, is Lee here? Lee. No, he's not here. I'm early again. So, yeah, gonna hit the old gym now, guys. Yeah, thanks for the support. I'm gonna cut it there. Feel free to drop a like, comment, subscribe, watch these episodes on a playlist. I need the watch time up as much as possible. I think I got 1,000 hours and I've still got another 3,000 to go. The struggle. Anyway, guys, if you can support, appreciate it. 加油, take care. 再见. Bye bye.